Today's video is brought to you by Braintree.
Red Devil.
So about now you're asking yourself, what the fuck is Elric doing? What is a Red Devil? Okay, well Powercolor finally sent us the card that we've been waiting for. This is the Red Devil RX 480, the first aftermarket card that we have seen in-house. We've been asking everybody about, but no one seems to have these damn cards. So we finally got it. This card has some really cool features, which we'll talk about as we go through the thing. Basically, this card is a cherry-picked gold motherfucker. Everything on here is the best of the best of the best. It ain't gonna be like any of those reference 480s that we've seen. All that stuff's in the past. Overclocking should be fucking good, so I really hope that it is. I know you're hoping with me, but let's go ahead and let's see what comes in the box, and then we'll hand it off to our testing guys for the testing, and they'll bring you all the results. But for today, let's just see what it is. I think it's actually pretty big and
Pretty devilish.
So okay, for you hardcore folks, we'll first check out the front of the box. Yada, yada, yada. Nice black box featuring the Red Devil nomenclature Powercolor. Oh yes, all indeed on the front of the box. On the back of the box, just some of the features about their triple fans, 2x ball bearings, 4 times the longevity, 20% of the longevity, 4 times probably quieter, super cool fans, all that good kind of stuff you'll see when I unbox the damn card. That's pretty much it. The end of the thing, a nose cap, and at the other end, just some more nomenclature, nothing more than that. So beyond that, let's just take the card out of the box and let's check the damn card out and see what we're getting ourselves into. Now, one thing my guys have said is they said, damn dude, this card is big. So obviously we know this thing's gonna come with a freaking massive freaking fan with I think it has 8 heat pipes in this thing too. Let me try to pop the cap here. All right, so there, once again, we have boxception, a box within the box. And since we got the new guy Richie behind the camera, don't you think it's time that I start throwing shit at him? I do. Missed him by that much. All right, so here we go. So here's the box in the box in the box. Exciting stuff. Oh yeah, more boxes. Always exciting stuff with more boxes. Yada, 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 yada. All right, so here you go. More boxes and boxes. Check that out. All right, and then we get the card. Blah, 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 blah. We'll pull it off to the side just real quick.
Get out of there, card.
Okay, so what do we got in here? Oh, wow. I never knew this shit. F***ing Devil has his own damn business card. How the f*** thinks he's gonna pass out business cards to people? Hi, I'm the devil, let's do business. Isn't he supposed to be like the father of lies? Anyways, all right, moving on. So what do we got? We got Satan's business card. Let's do business. Reminds me of an old Rolling Stones song. Which song am I talking about? Pop that off to the side. What do you got in here? Okay, that's pretty much it. Doesn't look like there's any cables or cords inside of here. It's empty, yada, yada. So, we get the CD, the card,
Satan's business card.
or actually the drivers rather, and then some how to do it. How do I do this? All right, get that crap out of the way as well. Let's look at the card itself, the Red Devil. Now, if you guys saw our Devil 13 video, that was one badass card for AMD. I mean, that fucker rocked. And we're gonna do this a little bit different now. I'm gonna talk about something different. Now, you guys saw the reference card, and there were a lot of comments from a lot of people out there who said, man, no DVI port? Are you serious? Like, my monitor doesn't have that. Because, like I've said many times, lots of people have older equipment and still want to stick brand new shit in it. It's just how it is, man. You got a Volkswagen? Fuck it, throw a V8 in it. That's what people think, and they do it. But here, you get a nice DVI port. So, no problem there. And so beyond the DVI port, you get 3 display ports and a single HDMI, pretty much the same configuration that most people out there are using. Now, we have these new 3 fans on the front right here. You see 1, 2, 3. These are called Blade 3. Just like Blade movies, there was only 3 of them. Then after that, no more snipes. But these things are gonna definitely put a lot of air pressure on the card. Underneath it, heat pipes, heat fins, copper pipes permeating throughout the card. It's kind of hard to see. These guys actually have this card pretty damn buttoned up. Even on the side, right here, you can see you can't really see too much of the card. PCI slot on the bottom. Then we're gonna go move it around the top right here. You guys can see we have the Devil nomenclature and then a single 8-pin power connector. And also, another thing that's really cool about this card is there are 2 different modes on this card for overclocking, and you can switch the BIOS back and forth, which is really cool because if you screw up a BIOS when you're doing an overclocking, you can put it to the other BIOS, flash that BIOS back to where it's working and repairable, and you can have those dual BIOSes working both together. So that's a great design. I think Gigabyte's one of the very first people that ever did it, but it's a great idea, so hey, why not jump on it? Also, no longer are we seeing any kind of crossfire fingers on AMD cards. Anything with crossfire is done all through the motherboard now, so we don't have to worry about that whatsoever. And with the additional power that you get to the 8-pin power connector, overclocking on this card should be amazing. It actually has a boost clock speed of 1300 megahertz just right out of the box, so that's pretty insane. Also, check out the back of this card. It's badass. Now, I know there's going to be a bunch of people out there who are like, metalheads or so-called Satan worshipers, and you guys are probably going to laugh at this because, like, look it's got your little design right here. So you guys can all sit around, put candles inside of the room, and then put the card in the center of the room and go, whatever Satan worshipers do. I'm not a part of that club, sorry. But awesome backplate nonetheless. Now, this card is also pretty damn long. The card actually sizes in at 12.2 inches long. Like, that's more than porn star material there. It's actually 5 inches high and features a dual slot design, just like almost all the other cards out there on the market. And what's really incredible though about the Red Devil card is it has a boost clock speed right out of the box of 1330. That's pretty amazing. So 1330 megahertz right out of the box. I hope the overclocking is even better. And pretty much the exact specs that you saw though on a reference card are pretty much the same here. It's the same 8 gigabytes of GDDR5 memory. The base clock is the same. The only thing is the difference is this was all, completely cherry-picked parts. It's got an 8-pin power connector. This card is just basically geared for overclocking. And before we wrap up today's video, I want to give a special shout out to the people over at Braintree for making today's video possible. Even the best mobile app will not work unless you have the proper payment API. And that's where these folks come in to solve all your problems. This is where Braintree's V.0 SDK comes in. One amazingly simple integration gives you every way to pay. It supports Android, iOS, and JavaScript clients, and it offers a simple integration that you can do in minutes. If this sounds good to you, try it out for yourself in the sandbox. All you gotta do is go www.braintreepayments.com/TOT. So overall, this card is extreme. It's made to be extreme. I mean, look at the card. So now we're gonna take it, test it, see how far this thing can overclock. If you guys happen to miss our last video on overclocking the 1060, that thing, the Founders Edition, 225 megahertz overclock, 700 megahertz on the memory. Can the Red Devil do that shit? I think we're about to find out. Anyways, for more information on this, down there below that like button, wherever we can purchase this card and all that other good stuff. Hopefully you liked the video. We'll see you back here on the channel. I'm Elric, and you've been watching Tech of Tomorrow.
Red Devil.
What's that?
I think people would like that.
Yeah.